The Double RT Boxing Show. Yes. Now, getting into this episode, thank you for tuning in. New viewers, hope by the end of the show you become new subscribers. You loyal subscribers, go on, hit that thumbs up. It is your show. I'm just a host. Help it out. So, you new viewers, thank you for tuning in again. Kindly hit that thumbs up, even if you're not subscribing. Just hit the thumbs up to help the show out. The Double RT Boxing Show, the Ready Talk Boxing Show with your host, Mr.A. We're doing a little bit of featherweight talking. The 126ers. You know, they're finishing the year, starting the new year pretty strong. You know, obviously with the banger being this Saturday, the 22nd, you got Josh Warrington, the IBF champion, taking on Carl the Jackal Frampton. A highly anticipated, a fan and anticipated fight over there. The Leeds crowd is gonna go apeshit crazy. You know, they're anticipating a nice fucking showdown. The fucking 27-0. What is Josh Warrington? I thought he had a nickname. The Leeds. Considering he was from Leeds, I thought he might have had a nickname. Now, we will break this fight down and get into the breakdown prediction of that fight. But just so you get an idea of the featherweight division right now, excuse me, you know, like I said, IBF champion Josh Warrington is taking on Carl Frampton the 22nd. But also this month, you know, you had on December 3rd, you had the IBF number 3, Satoshi Shimizu. He fought, which is strangely, he's number 3 by the IBF, and he was like number 6 by the WBC, and which is, now he's just not there. He's not even ranked at all, which is, and I find it a little odd, peculiar, because usually the WBC and the OPBF work real close together, and he's the OPBF featherweight champion. You know, I wonder if it has to do with anything of a missed drug test, missed program, because usually the OPBF and WBC, they go hand in hand. But, you know, like I said, he's a high-ranked fighter. Shimizu, he just fought in December. And coming up, you have Leo Santa Cruz is fighting in February. He's going to fight Miguel Flores, as well known. And then coming up on the Broner Pacquiao undercard, I believe is Tupora, who was ranked number 1 by the WBA. He's fighting on that undercard. And I forgot what card number 2, Cantu, the little Chinaman, he's fighting Jesus Rojas, the WBA world. But the Chinese man, who is he fighting? Chanzu, what undercard is that on? Chantu. Can't think of the undercard that's on. You know, Kid Gallahan just fought. So you got the top guys staying active. Like I said, the only ones who's not really being active and being like is the WBO. Who knows what's happening with Oscar Valdez and his top of the list. Genesis Cervantes, I think he might have fought a couple months ago, but Olga, Jesse Magdaleno, the top 3, the WBO champion and the top 3 is not even active. And the only one, like Carl Frampton, I don't know if he's an interim or what from the WBO, because he's obviously the name, Carl Frampton. Yeah, Carl Frampton is That's right. That's right. Oscar Valdez is coming off that injury. So Carl Frampton is the acting WBO champ. I forgot about that. I don't know if many people are remembering that. They're thinking Carl Frampton is fighting Josh Warrington. Yes, this fight should be Carl Frampton versus Oscar Valdez. That's what this fight should be. But I don't know what's taking Oscar Valdez so long to get back, and he's doing something. But Carl Frampton, as acting WBO champ, is going for a unification bout with the IBF champ Josh Warrington. So the WBO, I guess, is active in a way. But the number ones and number two, Genesis Savane and Oge Malinovsky, they're not too active. Well, recent, I should say. Jesse Magdaleno, he's not doing nothing. The IBF, we got Josh Warrington fighting the 22nd. Kid Gallahan just did his nice little fight undercard ago on the zone. You had Shimizu fighting on the 3rd. So you had those top two guys fighting. The WBA, Leo Santa Cruz, he's been gone for a while, but he's coming back in February. The world champion, Rojas, is fighting Cantu. I just can't think of the undercard. You got the number one in the WBA, Jack Tapor, fighting on a Broner Pacquiao undercard. And in the WBC, who knows what's happening with the WBC? That the divisions where the champions are like not in the play, they just die. The whole division just lays away. The WBO, no Oscar Valdez. Who knows what the hell is happening with the competition over there. WBC, Gary Russell, inactive. Who knows what the hell is happening with the competition over there. Shimizu left. But what I am interested in, I am really, really interested in Mark Masayo. He's number one on the WBC. He got a strong punch. He got a little ruggedness to him, but he is not ready for no Gary Russell Jr. Behind him is Joseph Diaz. Now, is Mark's team gonna milk it out and just stay at number one for a while, fighting local fights in the Philippines? And would they allow the number 2, Joseph Diaz, number 3, Claudio Marrero, Kid Gallahan, Scott Quid? Kiko Martinez took Shimizu's spot. Will Mark Masayo's team allow those people to get a title shot maybe a year or two ahead of him, but stay number one, beating up local people? Or will Mark's team at least fight a Claudio, a Joseph Diaz, a Scott Quigg, and then try and get a Gary Russell fight? Because I would like to see the fight. Don't get me wrong. I would like to see the power of Mark Masayo, the body shots. Will he be able to, do something to Gary Russell? Gary Russell's speed, the power shooting. It'll be a nice little fight to watch. Now, I know we talked just a quick little brief of the featherweights. We go on to, like I said, the main featherweight fight happening this 22nd. And it's not Michael Collins' fight. He is fighting on the undercard. Michael Collins. He should get a nice win on that undercard. It's a, up and coming early next month is also Shakur Stevenson. So you got, like I said, all the names I just ran off. Jack Tapora, Cantu, Jesus Rojas, Josh Warrington, Carl Frampton, Kid Gallahan, Shimizu, all those top names in the featherweight division fighting this month or early next month. And then you got the two little young guns, Michael Collins and Shakur Stevenson. They're fighting also. So like I said, Collins is on the undercard of this Warrington Frampton, and Stevenson, I believe, is on the undercard of January 19th. I believe that's Brian Jennings and Oscar Boom Boom Rivas. So that's a hell of a fight. I'm looking forward to that fight as well. Now, on to the breakdown and prediction of Carl Frampton the WBO interim champ, the acting WBO featherweight champion, taking on the IBF champ, Josh Warrington. Now, people are saying this is a styles make fight type fight. Warrington's style is perfect for Frampton. The come forward style, to do it all pressure. Normally, we like that. As a family, say, that's hard to stop. That pressure fighter. But Carl Frampton is a fighter who does well against pressure fighters. He's small, he's compact, he has good footwork, so he be ducking under a lot of their head hunting shots, and he swarms in and out. So he's pretty good at doing that. He did lose in the 2 fights against Leo Santa Cruz, he outfought Leo Santa Cruz in the first fight. The second fight, Leo had to box him. And I was quite surprised. I'm a Leo Santa Cruz fan. So I was quite surprised to see Carl Frampton able to just throw punches with him. Even though, if he gets inside of Leo, obviously his quicker arms could get there first. But the fact that he was able to get inside, get on the outside at will, and just bang with him. But the second fight, when it came to boxing, you could see that's his arms do come into a factor, his distance being Frampton. Now, is Warrington going to back foot and be timely like he was the first half of the Shelby fight? Is he going to, charge in behind a jab and then start just throwing punches? I don't think Frampton's going to be there like Shelby was. I think he has better feet than Shelby. I think while Warrington is going to trying to come in behind a jab and then attack the body and go high to the head, throw some just pressure hooks repeatedly, I just don't see Frampton being in front of him long enough to get the combination done. I don't see Frampton allowing himself to be mugged, pressured against the ropes. Now, but don't get me wrong. Like I said, this is a styles make fight, so we're going to talk about what if. We've seen Carl Frampton get a little gassy, a little worn down, tired, needs a few rounds to get his second win back. He doesn't look quite himself. Now, in a 3-round stretch, if that happens, is Warrington the type of fighter for that to happen too? Warrington could take a big advantage of that. Maybe get a knockdown, get a 3-round sweep, and then really go up on some points there, Maybe it happens from rounds 7 to 9, crucial point of the fight. The first 6 rounds is 4-2, 4-2 Frampton. And all of a sudden, Warrington gets a 3-round stretch. It's 5-2 now, or 5-4. Then gets another one, 6-4. It's like, oh shit, 6-4 going into 11th round. It could be a crazy night where it's a competitive fight, but Carl Frampton's stamina comes back once again, where he's a little off with the pressure of Warrington. He could land some clean shots and force Frampton to fight. It could be the type of fights where it's looking like Frampton's gas and he's pushing punches while Warrington's throwing his punches. All that could play effect in the judge's eye. Who's throwing them harder? Warrington's out here gunning and blazing, charging forward. Frampton's dancing around, looping, tapping punches, pushing his punches because he's tired. This fight could be a lot of theoretics or whatever, theoretic stuff, the theater. It could be a lot of it's like an illusion type fight, an illusion actually going on. It could be a lot of a lot of acting in this fight as well as hitting. Do you want? Is it going to be aggression? Is it going to be the technique and the sweet science, the defense? Is Frampton going to get credited for the defense, or is it just going to be credited for Warrington, as they say, coming forward and making the fight? It's going to be a weird one the way the fight is judged. But I'm going with Frampton to do a lot of ducking, taking the angles, ducking out of Warrington's multiple onslaught shots, and then, I think he's going to be picking himself. He's going to be picking some shots, and then as the fight goes on, Warrington I think it's going to be a little gassed out by getting body shotted, throwing hard shots and missing, following Frampton around. It's going to be a little fatiguing there, and I think eventually Frampton's going to beat the body. And I think it's going to be like a 11th round stoppage. A shocking. I'm going with a nice ending to a nice 2018 go out for the featherweights. I got Carl Frampton stopping Josh Warrington in the 11th round to become the new IBF and the interim WBO featherweight champion. Right here, this is a Double RT Boxing Show covering some little featherweights. Breakdown and prediction for the Warrington Frampton fight. Hope you're entertained.